this will work because I'm beside a window. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna like try doing live stream whenever I am in the province, because maybe the internet connection there is better compared here in my new place. I didn't know it's this bad. Hopefully RV and Israel are still gonna join my live. Oh my gosh. I'm so stressed. Or maybe I should not use my kuana lang laptop because may akong mabantayan whenever I'm using my laptop kay it would buy laptop. Wala naman to ning charge pero wala naman siyang nalo. What is that? Does that mean na ano siya? Diba naman siya nakuha? Hindi siya ma-charge. Baby! Hi, one viewer. Let me know who you are. I'm really stressed right now, but yeah. If it still doesn't work here at this very corner of my like new place, then I'm gonna start doing like a live stream whenever I go home in the province. But I might do it on a like very early morning, so it's not very noisy, like the pigs, the roosters, everything. Let me know who's watching and where are you watching from. Baby. Ay, excuse me. I should have written down the questions that cause I forgot it already. What are my questions? Because I'm kind of stressed. I can't remember my questions. Where are you still on? Ano ka ng Raven? Who? Ray.
Rain?
Ray. Like ka nang kanta. Where the hell is my
Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her.
You like her music?
I haven't really listened to
To her?
her discography.
Okay. Hi RV, hi Miss Heart. Now we are able to hear you. Yeah, because my mic died. That's why. I don't know if it's broken or what, but I charged it already. Hopefully it's not broken because I need it for my videos. Hopefully it will work here. The internet connection is better here in this very corner because I'm really stressed right now. What do you mean my Majli Shaldin this? RV, what are like I forgot my question. Like, do you want to move here or you're just thinking of moving here, or do you have like plans? Hi, Dave Nault Jones. Hi from Saipan. Hi.
Saipan?
Yeah, where's that? I'm not good with
Isn't
not.
it kind of like part of Hawaii?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It's Hawaii. Is it? Let me know.
Hold on, let me verify.
Yeah, but I should have written down my questions. So my first question was if you would me if you
Oh,
would
it's
move
not.
if you would move here to the Philippines tomorrow, it's not.
It's not.
Where would you move and why? So RV already said he wants to move here to the Philippines, to Cebu City, because of the climate, food, and friendliness of the people. Israel wants to move to Hinubaan, and hopefully he can move here soonest, because he's been mentioning like that one for since he started watching my videos, and I'm also kind of excited for him too. Andre Robinson 2923. What is the cost of living? Pacific Islands, Northern Marianas Islands. Been to the Philippines 3 times to play baseball. Play baseball only like what? Professionally, or like what's that, for recreation? What is the cost of living? I think actually I've been um thinking of creating a video on this one. However, I haven't finished my video yet on this one, because right now, since the Iranian war started, the there are a lot of changes when it comes to the cost of like groceries, to electricity, water bill, everything. So I really can't finish that one, because I think if I'm gonna upload it, the one I created like months ago, and if I'm gonna upload it this month or next month, it's not like, I don't think it's still reasonable. But yeah, I've watched a video from a Filipina, like from a channel managed or handled by a Filipina here, and in her video she said um you can like have a house rented, or you can rent a house for 10,000 to 20,000 pesos here in the Philippines. That's about $200, I think, because right now the exchange rate is, I think, $1 is 59 pesos. So she said 10,000 to 20,000 monthly rent, and she kind of implied that you can have that rent or amount in Cebu City. And to tell you honestly, that's impossible. In Cebu City, the rent is very, very expensive. I'm just very lucky that when I found a new place here, like last December, it's very reasonable, because I think it's kind of big, and it's the price is not that high. However, if you've asked me of the cost of living, it literally depends on where you would want to live, your lifestyle. Do you want to live like a Filipino here, or do you want to live like how you live in your like home country, or yeah. And it also depends on, I forgot the word, I have it I can't remember now. Yeah, so it also depends on how do you define comfortability. Yeah, because it's really different. We have different definitions of comfortable. Maybe you want a steak every day, and it's kind of expensive here. And if you're in the rural area, I don't think you can have steak every day, because for example, me, I am from Santander. It's a small town. It's a tiny town at the end of Cebu, southeast, I mean. And I think you really have a hard time finding for like beef, because not no one's gonna like sell beef every day, usually on Sundays, but it's not a lot because most people would prefer fish, pork, and chicken because those are like cheaper. But let me go back because I think I've answered that like very very long. But I'm trying to create a video for that, but I just don't think it would be reasonable. I don't think it will still be reasonable that one if like we're basing the what's happening right now with the prices here in the Philippines, because I'm telling you it's kind of bad. Because for me, I'm not a minimum wage earner, but I really felt it like since January I have been very like frugal. I have been like budgeting tightly because it's that bad. Is there anything wrong with this? That's what I'm also asking because I don't understand what's that. There's letter A, I don't know. But if it's there's something wrong, I think YouTube will delete the chat or what. Yes, represented my island for a regional baseball tournament was hosted in the Philippines. When was that, Dave? Baseball. And where did you go to? Did you mention what like place, what province or city did you go to? Not went to. Dave, not Jones. Read that you guys have less than 45 days left of fuel. Yeah, you know what? Reading the news lately is kind of stressing, and I think it's wait, I'm gonna get my paper here because I would have I thought of like writing down my questions, but I don't have the time. Anyway, yeah, that's what they I don't know if it's the Department of Energy, but that's what I have been reading for a few days now, and I really can feel it because yeah, as I've said, I don't know if you've heard it from my other live stream earlier that I mentioned that you can really feel it that there's lesser vehicles right now because um I think like ferries already like there's disruption in their like service time. I don't know if I'm different shipping ship companies. And yeah, in the morning whenever I go to work, I usually go to work like 6:30, 6:35 a.m. and I just walk because my workplace is just like a walking distance. There's really really lesser like vehicles. Like last Monday I thought something's wrong, like when I was in the like walking beside the road, I was thinking maybe it's still like not yet 6:30, maybe my my clock is like just died or what. But when I check my phone, it's really like 6:30, but it doesn't seem like it because there are no vehicles anymore. And some of my like colleagues mentioned also that some of them are walking because there is no vehicles. And yeah, the government has already announced or encouraged other like agencies or companies to have a 4 work week sched here. But is it also bad in your country? Do you also experience like price hikes because of the Iranian war? I'm just wondering because in the Philippines it's really bad. This is out of the box question. Is the share market of the Philippines now, are you investing in it or in mutual fund schemes? What do you mean by that? Mutual fund? There was one time I tried investing in like is it stock, something like that, and I stopped. I have other like how do you I don't know, I always forget the words. Like it's an investment that you don't like, it's like sleeping but then it's earning money. How do I call that one? I forgot the word. Pe- I don't know. I'll just say it when I remember it. RV. Sorry for that. How? What's how? Dumaguete, Cebu City, Clark, Iloilo City, and Rojas City are on my list to check out when I arrive in a few months from now. Also, Frosty Pie. Hi, Frosty Pie. I still remember you watching my other videos before, and I don't think, or maybe live stream. Have you watched my other live streams like last year? Because excuse me, this is my first live stream of the year. Yeah, because I'm not feeling like me since last year. I just, you know, show up. Yeah, but it's okay. It's life. It's like that. Dumaguete. Where are you? Like Cebu City. Oh, Cebu City. Iloilo. Iloilo City. Rojas City. Oh, they're all cities. You just want to visit cities, Frosty Pie. Is it like you just want to visit, or like you're traveling, or like are you checking out places so you're planning to move here to the Philippines? Is it like that? Rana, I can't read your name, but it's Ron at the end. Hi, from where are you? Let me know in the chat. Where are you from? Hi again, round five. Yes, Israel. Hopefully, this works better here in this corner of my room. Because if I'm not, my God, I'm gonna be stressed. Because that means I'm gonna try doing live stream. I'm pretty sure you can hear the motorcycle. Yeah, because my phone just, not my phone, my microphone just died. I forgot what I'm talking about. I hope it works out here. Like the internet connection is better here in this corner. Because if it's not, then I'm gonna experiment and try um, doing live stream at home in the province. And maybe I'm gonna do that like at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. because it's not very like how do I say that? It's not very noisy yet because the pigs are still sleeping. You know, the dogs and the vehicles, because we live near the highway, so you can hear the sounds of the motorcycle, the big vehicles, especially the container vans. Is it container vans? Yeah, um going to Mindanao, going to Negros, because our place is like the gateway to Mindanao and like Negros, because we have different ports. We have ports going to the Pita. Is it the, I don't know if it's still available. We have ports going to Negros. Yes, so yeah. It's kind of noisy when it's late. Not late, when it's not very early yet. And you might want to check out the video that I recently uploaded on this channel. It's like I discussed why you should never date online, because I I tried setting up profiles on the top Filipina dating sites, and I already discussed in that video what I found out. And you might also want to check my other channel. It's Heart in the Philippines. The display photo is I'm sitting on a, I don't know what's that. And the background is a scenic view of, I think, Negros. I'm on a mountain top. Let's put it that way. Yeah, and I'll be showing you my life in the province, because I'm a different person whenever I'm in the province. Here in the city, I'm a corporate girly, but in the province, my life is kind of different, and you might want to watch that. And yeah, I'll continue reading the comments here. Comments, it's like chat. Risk-free investment, like bundle of equity stocks in a single scheme called mutual fund. Monthly specific amount will be invested. Is a risk-free scheme, Miss Hart. Actually, I have one, like they call it here like VUL, or it's like life insurance and investment also. However, I just closed my account this month because um I just want to be honest to myself that I am really having a hard time. Like, I'm trying to make both ends meet with financially, because yeah, it's really really when I did my groceries earlier, I just realized that I really really have to be tight with my budgeting. That's it. But yeah, I have other like funds. I just stopped like life insurance plus investment because I'd be like out out of money every payday if that's the case. Frosty Pie. Am I reading it right? Like Frosty Pie 7042, or maybe you can mention your like name so it's not very awkward when I call or when I say a Frosty Pie. Moving. I've been to Cebu City before in 2019. Tired of the US. What makes you tired of the US? I've always heard this from like foreign men, the ones who like marry Filipinas here that I know, whom I know, and they kind of talk to me, and also the ones who send me emails from my subscribers, my viewers. They all kind of say, "Oh, I'm tired of the U.S. I want to go to like the Philippines or other Southeast Asian countries." What makes you tired of your own country? I've been moving. I I've been to Cebu City before. So how was it? That was 2019. So pandemic or pre-pandemic? How was it? How was the experience for Sipay? I think a lot has changed already from that like year. In 2019, spent 2 weeks in the Philippines. What was it, for travel or what? Love the country and the people. Thank you very much, Frosty Pie. What made you love the country or the people? What's about it? What's about us Filipinos in general? My name is Carrie. Okay, Carrie. My retirement income will stretch for further there, higher quality of life. Yeah, right now, I think last Friday, not this Friday, but last Friday, the peso dollar exchange rate was kind of like $1 is 60 pesos, and they said it's the very first time that happened in the history. Yeah, so I also don't. There are a lot of like haters or hate comments about foreign men going to or moving to the Philippines or other Southeast Asian countries, and I just don't understand, because it's like you want a better life, so no one's gonna tell you where would you want to go. So if the Philippines will give you a better life, so why are people like barking? I think I sensed that some guys or not just guys, because I've seen women, Western women, like leaving hate comments about to men moving to a different country for a better life, that they're loser or something like that. I sense it's like they're just insecure because they can't do that, like they're stuck in where they are, and I I don't know. You guys, what do you think? There's no like chat here. For every one of you who have been here to the Philippines, like what was your culture shock what was or what were, if there are a lot of like culture shocks here in that you've experienced here in the Philippines. What is your from RV? What is your favorite restaurant in the entire Philippines? Ooh, that's a hard question for me, RV, because I don't eat like a lot. And not I don't eat. I eat, but it's not that I'm eating out a lot of times or a lot of time, because I'm saving, because obviously you can save money when you eat at home. And you know, if you are like if you've been following me on like my buy me a coffee account, you'll know that I've been practicing cooking, because to be on I think I've mentioned this in some of my live stream before, that I hate cooking very very much. And you know what, last 2025, this surprised me a lot because I've been loving it, especially lately. Yeah, I know how to cook already. And I think it's an achievement before back, because back then I really hate cooking. I love doing like washing the dishes, laundry, sweeping, mopping the floor, cleaning the yard, gardening, which I love, love, love so much, but not cooking. And I can't imagine myself that I'd love it, but yes, now I love it. But let's go back to your question. What is your favorite restaurant in the Philippines? That's kind of hard because you know I really don't eat out a lot, so I can't say. And the problem with me is that my taste buds are very Filipino. When it's like foreign food, I don't know. I don't know. I can't really. But let me think. Out of all the restaurants that I have tried, what's my favorite? And I'm not really into fancy, so most of the time it's like when I go out is it's usually um like fast food chain, something like that. I really can't. Back then I used to love Sans Rival. It's like a it's a pastry something, but then they also serve food. Actually, I don't know if Israel knows that, because if he has traveled to Dumaguete, it's a very famous they have a very famous dessert. It's called Savanas, and their sans Java cake, and it's very very like I love them because I'm a sweet tooth, but lately I've been very cautious about my sugar intake because I don't want to die early. I don't want to die young. I mean, but I really have a hard time answering that one. I'm not tired of my from Cristo Photo 2499. I'm not tired of my home country, Germany, but the problems and challenges are big. The Philippines is interesting for age gap relationships. You were the one who commented on my recent video talking about you found some like two or three interesting Filipinas online, right? If I'm not mistaken, is it you or is it like a different? Because it also starts with letter C, so that's why. I'm not tired of. Like, what problems and challenges do you have in Germany? Because back then I used to watch like videos of different places in Germany, and it's like beautiful. They're beautiful. It's a beautiful country, I think. But yeah, age gap relationships. Yeah, because I think Filipinos are more open to like the, and it's usually like that. Is it in your home country? Let me know this one. I'm really interested to know this one because it's always an issue whenever like there's a like 10-year age gap and even 20, 30. A lot of you will react to that. So now I want to know in your home country what's the usual age gap for like men and women in relationships. Is it not common like to have a 10-year age gap in your home country? Because I find it interesting to like, does it have to be less than 5 years, the gap? Carrie or Frosty Pie, my wife passed away in 2018. The dating environment has changed a lot in the last 20 years. I prefer traditional women, down to earth, friendly. So what do you mean by traditional women, Carrie? Do you mean like she has to stay home 24/7? You don't want her to go to work? Or do you want her to just say yes to all of your decisions? Yeah, because I've talked to like also I've talked to many Filipinas here, and then we have different definitions of being a traditional woman. So I want to know what's your take on that, Carrie. Like Jollibee, RV. Yeah, I like I like Jollibee, Chicken Joy, or their chicken whenever it's spicy. But if it's not, I don't, because one thing, I don't really like chicken, eating chicken. Yeah. I like Jollibees. Yeah, I know there are like some Jollibee in the US, but I don't know exactly where they're located. Oh, nice. You read comments. Yes, I Cristo photo. I always read comments, Cristo. I tried, but there are times like it's weird when YouTube doesn't notify you about a certain comment, but there are also like mean comments. I sometimes I read those because I check the hidden comments. Yeah, but I don't care. Yeah, but I read comments, especially the ones who are interesting. Whenever you like share something in your like comments, like your own experiences. Yeah, because I kind of think it's interesting, and I try to reply to all of those like sensible comments. I don't know if I replied to yours. I think I replied to your comment, but I don't know if I asked a question or what. Yeah. Oh, nice. You read comments. My home country in India, age gap now less than 2 years. So, for example, me, if I would marry someone, it's just he needs to be older than me. He needs to be 2 years older than me. Like example, if I'm 35, so I should marry someone 37. How about if he's 40? Like it's something that's like frowned upon in your culture already. In Germany, up to 3 years age gap is possible, normal. So if it goes to 5 years, so that's why you find, so that's why other people um, find like Filipinas marrying older foreigners weird, or like it's gross because you only have like 3 years age gap. Here in the Philippines, it's normal for us Filipinos. I think we really prefer dating older men. I'm not saying every one of us, because there are also instances where Filipinas marry someone younger than them. I know a lot, but I also know a lot, like our mother and fathers, my neighbors. Usually, even if they're just marrying Filipinos, not foreigners, they're usually the guys are usually older. In Germany, up to 3 years age gap. I already read that one. How much age gap you're to in general? What do you mean, Filipinos in general? Because I've seen women or Filipinos marrying older men like 30 years age gap, 40 years, something like that. But I don't know. I think I not I think I created a video talk ouch talking about age gap, and I said there that you should be very you should be very cautious when it comes to age gap. And I said, if possible, you should not go beyond 20 years, maybe 15 years, 15 to 20, but not beyond 20 years. But yeah, it still depends on you, on your Filipina, because after all, it's all your decisions, guys. It's just I'm here talking about the things that I know here in the Philippines. And yeah, like what I discussed in my video and why I created my channel, it's like I've seen a lot of foreigners being scammed here in the Philippines, being taken advantage, and I don't want that to happen to you. So that's why I created this channel. About 5 years in the US. Oh, so now that's why I understand because it's because of your culture, right? I understand why. Like there are a lot of hate comments in like videos with Filipinas and older foreigners. That's why I understand now. I better understand now because I don't understand why are they like very like why do they hate people or couples with a lot of age gap? I can't read. Maybe I should wear my glasses. It's just that I hate wearing my glasses. I hate glasses. No, yeah, it's from Carrie. No, lol, very open-minded. I attracted to smart women. I think a man and woman should complement each other, not compete with each other. This is my job. My girlfriend or wife can work if she chooses, but okay, continuation, saved enough, invested enough so she doesn't have to work. If she doesn't want to work, I want to do some traveling and enjoy life with her. So you're financially stable already, so it's okay for you. But here, Frosty Pie, here's a situation that's very common here in the Philippines. What if your girlfriend or wife, you don't, what if you're, no, it's like this. So you've already like saved enough, invested enough, so you have enough money. What if your Filipino wife or your Filipino girlfriend, like what if her family would ask some money, for example, like real situations, like they really needed money for medication, or there's an emergency, like real emergency, not like the ones who would ask money every month, something like that. How would you do that? Would you also like give money to your wife to give to her family, or something like that? Or another situation, there's a lot of situation. What if she wants to buy something for her own self, or for herself? Or what if she wants to do rhinoplasty is very 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 popular among Filipinas. I've seen a lot of like influencers doing rhinoplasty and whatever plasty, whatever surgery. Would you support her, or would you say you go to work and earn your own money and do whatever you want with it? That's just a question. Wait, RV. In India, more competitive women are more educated and they are in corporate job now. They demand a lot, like man should have high salary, physically fit and has more assets. That's why the age gap 2 years. Okay. Frosty Pie from Carrie. I'm 57 and 49 when my wife passed away. Is your wife like Western or is she Filipina? Excuse me. I've dated older and younger women. Oh, she's 37 and while you're 49, so you have age 12-year age gap. So is she Filipina or like German? Ay, Frost Carrie, you're not German. It's Christo. Sorry, I mixed it up. Christo photo 2499. You look better with glasses. How many do I? I hate my. I don't like wearing glasses because it's annoying. It's disturbing, and I really have an oily skin, so it gets oily too. That's why I hate it. How many Filipinas wear glasses? Percentage? I really can't tell you because I don't have the statistics, but a lot are wearing glasses, but there are also those who wear contact lens because sometimes I wear contact lens like during occasions like Christmas parties because our your glasses can like your makeup won't be emphasized if you have glasses on. So that's why. The problem with contact lenses, I think it makes my eyes dry whenever I wear them for a little bit long. Circus Trap. Yo. Yo. Hi, Circus Trap. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. California Kid. Good morning. I'll be in the Philippines in May. Hi, California Kid 4114. Yes, I think you've left some comments on my video before, so you're kind of familiar. Good morning. Yeah, because most of you said earlier this we have a 12-hour time difference. So it's morning. I'll be in the Philippines in May. What are you gonna do here? Well, in May, California Kid, are you gonna like visit or you want to move here or what? Are you visiting someone? Something like that. I'm watching from the USA. Hi, Circus Trap. Welcome to my live stream. You guys, how many of you have watched the video that I recently uploaded on this channel? Let me know what you think, or you can leave comments on that video. If the Wait, guys, I have to drink. I have to get water because I'm really thirsty and I've been talking for almost an hour. Just wait, like 10 seconds. Silver. Do you hear me? You love that? But I think gold would suit you better than that one if you're a warm tone girly. What? Wait, where are we now? Circus Trap, what we talking about? Okay, this is just an open forum, Circus Trap. Yeah, but there are also instances where I do live stream where I had like a certain topic, but this is my first live stream for the year. And yeah, let's go back. If the situation is real, like the bride's parents are facing severe medical issues, then definitely we'll support a lot financially as well as we'll take care of that. Will as wait, a lot financially as we'll take care of them. Yeah, if it's like real. But you know, you read a lot of stories in Reddit, YouTube comments, videos talking about like financial support. Well, I think that's not a requirement like monthly, because for me I would also disagree with that one. Like her family, her extended family is not your obligation. You know, I've seen a lot of foreigners who are taking advantage. Like, whenever a Filipina is involved or dating a foreigner, everyone in her family would stop working. I have talked about this in my videos, so you better watch those videos. California Kid, California Kid 4114. Yes, I have a few comments. That's correct. I'm visiting my fiance family. She's 46 and I am 50. I will be in Rizal. Oh, so that's why. Good luck and have a safe trip, California Kid. But I wonder why she's 46 and you're 50, so you only have four like year age gap. Were you not interested with younger women? Yeah, but I'm always happy with like knowing stories that like the guy is like the age gap is not really huge, because I think that's a smart move. But really depends on your intentions, because if you want to still you like to have babies or kids, then you really have to have a younger wife so she can still conceive, something like that, right? So it really depends on the intentions too. Frosty, I mean Carrie, I would respect the local culture. Wait, can't I would respect the local culture. Family is important to me. I would give her a set amount each month for her and her parents. Set boundaries, etc. My wife was American. Her mom was from Sweden. Oh, okay. But good thing your wife was kinda open with the age gap, right? Because as everyone commented or left on the chat earlier, that 2, 3, or 5 years age gap in your culture is what's normal. Eagle Mindset dash F8P. Hello. Excuse me. Hi, Eagle Mindset. Let me know where you watching from. Excuse me. What's happening to me? Maybe because I'm always talking. That's why there's a lot of air. So how many of you here are looking for your like future Filipino wife? And I want to know, why Filipino wife? Like there are also a lot of people saying that you should explore Thailand, Vietnam, because the women there are also traditional. So why Filipinas in particular? I want to know what you think, because from foreigners I've heard a lot like you want Filipinas because we are feminine, we're family oriented, traditional, something like that. So I want to hear from you guys. What's the deal? Why do you want a how many of you want to have a Filipino wife, and why Filipinas in particular? Let me know in the chat. Hi, Ego Mindset F8P. Where are you watching from? Let me go back to the other chat because maybe I missed something. Also, I want to know. I know. I don't know. Ego mindset. I have a relative who married a Filipina, so I got some info and tips about the Philippines. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're also interested in finding a Filipino wife? And yeah, why Filipinas in particular? Yeah, but no one answered my question. Like, is it like the Iranian war? Is it also impacting your country? Like, are there price hikes in your country? Like what's happening here in the Philippines? Because it's like that here. Gasoline price hikes, than all the other like primary needs are getting expensive too. And they've said, I think I've read a news earlier that the the prices of pork can rise up to 500 pesos and chicken would be like 300 pesos. It's very expensive now. I think we're gonna eat more green. Though I eat a lot of green because um I'm I'm not a very big like meat eater, but yeah. How I always encounter this name online, and I think it's so Vicky. How do I pronounce this one? I'm very curious. Chadhari, no, Chowdhury, Chad Cha Chowdhury. Ah, that motorcycle is noisy. Hi, where are you watching from? Hi, Cristo Photo. I don't wanna discuss some personal things on my channel. Sorry. Do you know Stray Kids? What's that? Literal Stray Kids or a band or what? Korean name. I don't know how to read it. Songmin Cute Puppy. What's that? What's Stray Kids? Like literal Stray Kids or what? California Kid 4114. Filipinas are loyal, faithful, and respectful. And my Filipina is not materialistic. She is very simple but very elegant. Yay, you found a good one, I think, California Kid. Like, what does your Filipina do that makes you fall in love with her, like, more? Yeah, because I think Filipinos in general are very caring, very considerate. Yeah, why are you not answering my question about are there like price hikes in your country? Or what's happening in your country? Or is the Iranian war impacting your country? You know what, guys? I'm gonna show you something. You notice this one, like it's butterfly, right? And I have another one here. It's butterfly. It's very obvious that I love butterflies. I really do. I enjoy watching them whenever I am in the province. Because here in Cebu City, there's no butterfly in here. Finding a wife, yes. No, especially country, but got info about the Philippines and also Thailand. Filipinos are often speaking English, traditional but modern, mixed and short in height. Short. Okay. Because foreigners are a lot like taller than most of us here. Eventually, from Israel, eventually, a caring culture that is easygoing are a pl-
Excuse.
and English skills are a plus. As an MD, I have met Filipino nurses. They are the best. Yeah, I've heard that Filipino nurses are the best. Yeah, even the new generation like of nurses, are they still the best? Are they still that caring, compassionate, and empathetic? Is really, yeah, because you're an MD, so you've met a lot of them. And yeah, Filipino nurses are everywhere. I really hate my glasses. Buy glasses. I'm sorry. California Kid 4114. She is very caring and very family oriented. She has no tattoos. And she is in the process of coming to the US next year. Oh, so you're excited. Good luck, California. I hope everything goes. California Kid, I hope everything goes well for both of you. Wait, there's one thing I want to ask you, California. Do you hate tattoos? You don't want like tattoos? Eagle mindset. Iran war makes gas price expensive and other prices are also rising. Yeah, it's like that here in the Philippines too. Like food. And I've read the news earlier, aside from the chicken and pork that I excuse me that I mentioned, I also read like a news saying that medication and hospitalization are gonna be like more expensive too because of the Iranian war. Like it's everything. Let me get my water first. I love from California. I love tattoos. I have some, but the women here in the West have so many, even on their faces. Lol, that's a big no for me. Tattoos on their faces is like literal, or is it just like on the brow? Because I know some women who have like brow no tattoo brows because they don't have a lot of eyebrows, so they have tattoos so they don't draw every day like putting on makeup because it takes a lot of time and it's not always that you're gonna get it like perfectly. Israel gas jump up about 50%. It's bad too. Other prices much less. You all are getting hit much harder. Yeah, it's really getting bad in here. And I don't know if it will last for like how many months. Especially in June, it would really be bad if this still lasts until June. Why? Because there will be opening of classes, classes start, and whenever classes start, you need more money because kids are going back to school, like students are going back to school. You need new uniforms, school supplies, a lot of things. So people are really like gonna suffer if it still lasts until June. Denny Norochmat, how do I pronounce? What's spread? I don't know what's that. Is it like in your language? But let me know, where are you watching from? Let me know in the chat. Eagle mindset. I am short, only 5'3", and all women want a tall guy. So a Filipino have good height for me, and they are very family oriented, not only looking for money, but stability. But yes, scammers exist. Yeah, of course, and I don't think it's only in the Philippines that scammers exist. I think scammers exist everywhere. So you just have to be careful. Guys, you can also ask me questions if you have questions. Because I think I'm the one always answering questions. I'm the one. I think you're the one answering questions because I have a lot of questions. So you can also drop your questions in
Avoid
the
using the
chat.
same word multiple times in one sentence, girl.
This is live stream.
Even so.
I'm not having a script. If you don't want to hear, then don't.
Why are you mad?
Why are you complaining?
You should make it like
Why are you complaining when you're not my viewer? My viewer are even engaging in my videos. It's very frustrating when I'm doing a
sure.
live stream here and you're giving your live feedback.
I'm not gonna listen.
It's you're like that since the beginning. It's very distracting. At Cat Food Millionaire 7838. Hi, Cat Food Millionaire. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the chat. Hello, Miss Heart. How do Filipinos handle the heat and pH? Is there siestas in the middle of the day? As a Dane, I'm worried about melting in hot climate. How do Filipinos handle the heat? I think we have a better like resistance, or how would I call that, with heat, but we use electric fans. Some others use like air conditioning units or air condition. Because yeah, I also think it's getting hotter in here. Because I remember when I was still a kid, I we don't use electric fan during the summer whenever it's summer, but now it's really kinda like hot that it requires using electric fan. Not even in the summer, but yeah, in December it's also very cold too. December, January. Is there siestas? Of course, for kids. Or if you do not have like work, but if you're working cat food millionaire, you won't have siesta. Yeah, we do have like lunch break, but you eat during this time, during that time. So I don't know. But if you're like just at home, you can surely have siesta because when I when I am in the province, I usually have siesta. We usually have siesta. Eyebrow tattoos from California kid. Eyebrow tattoos are okay, but literally on the face is different. Prices here are incredibly high now. Food is outrageously higher due to gas prices. I'm watching from California. Yeah, that's why it's California kid. Yeah, I've heard the cost of living in California is like expensive. So how is that? How is it for you, like California kid? Maybe after the Iranian war, if it's gonna be like over, I will create another like video for the cost of living here. Like comparing the cost. I'm gonna give you different like figures when like when you're living here in the city and you're living in the countryside and your lifestyle also, if you're someone who prefers to have steak every day or just want to live like a Filipino, an average Filipino, not the very rich ones, not the poor ones also. I will upload a video like from housing. Or are you like, what do you plan when you come here? What's your plan in coming here? Are you like, do you want to buy your own property, or do you want to just rent? Because I think you've watched a lot of videos already talking about like if you can own a property here in the Philippines, and I think you're aware that, yeah, you're aware of that. So are you gonna like buy a condo, just rent a house, or buy a property here? Temperature differences can be a problem. Here is spring now and 6 degrees Celsius. So going to 30 degrees is a shock. Sure. Yeah, because it's 30 and you're just in your home country, it's just 6 degrees. So it's gonna be a like you need to really adjust on that one. No, eagle eagle mindset. California, can we buy property? No, but there are other foreigners who buy like property here in the Philippines, but it's under the name of their Filipino wife. Yeah. I think that's one thing that this is one thing also with like a lot of foreigners here in the Philippines marrying Filipinas, and they're buying properties like land, something like that. It makes the prices of like land here in the Philippines much more expensive or more expensive. So the locals have a hard time buying a land because it's mostly the Filipinos who are married to foreigners who can get lands in here because it's very expensive. Yeah, you can't own California, but other foreigners they buy, but it's under the Filipinas their Filipino wife's name. Yeah, condo. You can also buy a condo here. Cat food millionaire. If I go wanna rant, try adobo, Jollibee, and Red Horse. I don't drink beer, but you guys highly regard the brand. I don't know. There are Filipinos like Red Horse, but I don't know because I don't drink. It smells bad. I've tried like couple of glasses before, but it tastes bad and it smells bad. If I got one, or try adobo. But Haven't you tried adobo cat food millionaire? Because I've seen a lot of like TikTok videos of like food carts or rolling whatever selling lumpia, the very famous lumpia, adobo. Yeah, and I think the Jollibee like branch in the US, they have adobo rice. Here in the Philippines, they don't have that. Jollibee doesn't have that here in the Philippines. Yeah, and adobo, maybe we can have chicken adobo, pork adobo, a lot of adobo. But yeah, there are a lot of food carts selling um, adobo. I watch their TikTok videos. Hi, I'm Miss Hart. Sorry, I'm going for an important personal work. Thank you so much for videos and live stream. Thank you, RV. Have a nice day. Thank you for always watching my videos, leaving comments on my videos, and also like engaging and watching my live stream. Thank you for always supporting my this channel and also my other channel, the Heart in the Philippines, because I know you left some comments on some of my videos on that channel. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. I want to try Jollibee and Red Horse too. And I want to eat lumpia, pancit, and pork adobo. Yes, these dishes are all famous. Like I've watched a lot of videos of foreigners eating this dishes, and a lot like they like lumpia. I like lumpia too. I make lumpia. But I don't want the I want the filling to be with I want the filling with vegetables. I don't want it to be like pork alone. So it should have vegetables. Cat food millionaire. Never tried Filipino food like ever? Are there like no Filipino or Asian restaurants in your place or rolling carts? Ego mindset. Some foreigners give money to wife to buy land, and if they separate, wife owns it. Yes, that happens too. Ego. California Kid 4114. Adobo rice is life here. Haha. What do you mean by that? Have you tried adobo rice? What are your other social media channels? California Kid, I only have like, I have YouTube. I have two YouTube channels. This one, Miss Filipina Heart, is more focused on giving tips, hacks, advice about on dating Filipinas, while my other channel, I just started that one. I started that one earlier. No. I started it last year, like December, or this year, January. However, I didn't know what to do with that channel, but right now I kind of know the direction of what I'm going to do with that channel. So I have a video that's gonna be uploaded at 3 a.m. PH time Sunday. Yeah, and I am trying to show you my life, like a day in my life when I'm not here in the city, when I'm not a corporate girly or a corporate girl, when I'm in the province. the things that I love doing. That's what I'm gonna post there. So hopefully you will support that one. And if you would like just want to see my, not my place, our town, our little town, because I don't think it's very popular among foreigners. Though the next town, Oslo, is more popular because of whale sharks. There are whale sharks there, so there's like an activity that you can do, whale shark watching, so it's very popular among tourists. But with like my hometown, it's not very popular. And if you me, I also have TikTok. It's hard in the Philippines, but the content, most of my like contents there are like just lip sync, and it's not very substantial. So I don't know if you would want to check out my account. Yeah, but I have, but it's mostly, I only have two YouTube channels, like one TikTok, and I also have a Buy Me a Coffee account. I That's where I post the, like the dishes that I'm attempting to cook, um, what I'm trying to bake or what I'm trying to do. That's where I post also, but it's mostly just pictures and then some descriptions over there or some captions. Eagle mindset. I am rather new to your channel, but I find it to be one of the better ones. Thank you, Eagle Mindset. Have you I haven't noticed your channel name or handle in the comments, so maybe it's the very first time you've seen my channel or you've noticed my channel. You might want to check out my videos on this channel. And you can also subscribe to if you want. And also my other channel, you can also support that one. It's hard in the Philippines. Just hot dog stands, kebab, and pizza and fast food burgers around. Prefer home cooking. Oh, so there's not no like Asian restaurant in your place. Okay. I prefer home cooking too. We're on the same boat. California kid. Yes, I have tried adobo rice. It's really good. We have several Jollibee here in California. Yeah, because I've seen that on TikTok. Like Filipinas who are married to foreigners and they're now in the US and they're like visiting Jollibee. Yeah, it's just weird because adobo is like very popular here in the Philippines, but Jollibee here in the Philippines, they don't have adobo rice on their menu. But in the US, they have adobo rice. So I find it like weird. Like why would you not have adobo rice, or why they don't have adobo rice on their menu? Do you still have questions, guys? It in the drop it in the chat so I can answer them. Why is it like moving but there's no like chat? Is it raining? I'm gonna check. No, it's not. It's the sound of air condition. How about you guys who have been here in the Philippines? Have you what culture shock did you experience during your first time here? And what are the things that you love when you visited here or traveled here to the Philippines? Ego mindset. I have seen a few videos and also subscribed to your channel. During the last 2 years, I have watched about 50 channels and your channel is good. Oh, thank you for that. Ego mindset. Mm-hmm. So for to those of you who have visited the country or the Philippines or Cebu in general or Cebu particularly, did you experience culture shock or what did and what do you love about coming here? California Kid 4114. Why is it that many women in the Philippines are single moms? Please explain that. It's a great topic. I created two, is it two? One, California. The first, I think the first video that I created is like talking about the questions you should ask to a single mom. I think I've created. I don't have a specific answer to this one, and I don't like. Wait, I haven't read a study, a reliable study on why there are a lot of Filipino single moms here, but based on what I have seen and observed here, I think one of the main reasons why there are a lot of single moms here is number one, many people or many women, or I think, yeah, I would say people, are still not educated when it comes to contraception. And though we are a Catholic country, not a lot of us are like practicing abstinence. So if they're not educated or if they don't know a lot about contraception, then there's a greater possibility that they're gonna get impregnated, and then because they're still young, the guy is not ready yet, or the guy is not financially stable yet, or the guy is still studying, then there's a great chance that he will just leave you behind and your kid. So that's another reason why there are a lot of Filipino single moms. Number two, there are a lot of responsible Filipinos, though I'm not saying that everyone or every Filipino is like that, because there are also like Filipinos who are responsible, Filipinos who are very hardworking, and they're accountable, but there are also a lot of responsible Filipinos whenever they